dream vacation to Africa turned deadly for a Kansas City woman.
Now her family wants to...
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiki Loves Nigeria. On this episode of Kiki Loves Nigeria, once again, we are talking about another African American woman who has lost her life in West Africa. In this video, we are talking about Miss Latrice Clayton. Miss Clayton was 46 years old, and she met someone in the Ivory Coast who lived in the Ivory Coast. She decided to take her dream vacation to go to Africa, and why not go and visit a friend who lived in the Ivory Coast? Well, shortly after arriving, Miss Clayton fell ill. She started throwing up. I believe they said 2 days after her arrival, she started throwing up. She went to the hospital. She had malaria. They said she had malaria. Okay? They treated the malaria, but they said after a couple of days, the malaria was still in her system, and the hospital recommended that she go home and be treated in the United States. Well, she got in touch with her family, and the family sent her a ticket to come home. Well, her blood pressure jumped up sky high. Her blood pressure was sky high. She had a stroke, okay? They couldn't get the medical air vac to take her because that was really expensive. So she ended up going back to the hospital where she ended up passing away. Yes, this lady was 46 years old, and she passed away on her dream vacation to West Africa and the Ivory Coast. But according to her family, she had all her vaccines, she had all her immunizations, she even was taking the anti-malaria medication that we give you, that they give us, before we travel to West Africa. So I'm really confused, people, as to how she got so violently ill from malaria. I know malaria is deadly. I know malaria can kill you. But when you're taking the anti-malaria medication, you can still catch malaria, but it won't be nearly as hard on your body as it would be if you were not taking the medicine. So I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm confused. How can you have all the vaccines, all the immunizations, all the anti-malaria medication, and you still go to the Ivory Coast and you die from malaria? Well, they don't even know what she died from, actually, because they haven't had an autopsy, people. I'm going to play the news clip and let you hear how much money the embassy told these children that they need to bring their mother's body back to the United States. Because the kids are left here. She has children, people. And now they're trying to figure out how to get their mother body back from Africa. Yeah, this is just a total nightmare. So I want to share this with you guys. And once again, this is another message from the ancestors warning us to be careful. To be careful. Because until we get her body back here, we're not going to know exactly what she died from. Was it malaria? Was it the stroke? Was it complications from the stroke? We don't know. But all we do know is that this is another black woman dead in West Africa. All right, people, I'm going to play the clip, and you tell me what you think. You give me some feedback. I know some of you guys are doctors. Some of you guys are nurses. You guys tell me. Does this sound plausible to you? I know you can get malaria and still be on anti-malaria medication. I know, but how did that make sense? The malaria is still in your system. Okay, I've heard of that, but I don't understand sending her back home and then the blood pressure was high because the malaria probably made the blood pressure high. And then she had a stroke, of course, because the blood pressure was probably so high and out of control, because they said she couldn't fly because the blood pressure was so high. Oh my God. This lady was 46 years old. Oh my God, Jesus. All right, y'all, drop the comments, what y'all think happened in the comment section, and let's get the conversation started. Latrice Clayton, that's her name. May her soul rest in peace, and may her children find some peace in this world. All right, y'all, drop y'all comments and tell me what y'all think. I'm out.
Dream vacation to Africa turned deadly for a Kansas City woman.
Now her family wants to bring their mother's body back home. Fox 4's Reagan Porter explains the struggle as they try to honor their mom and 5 children begin to grieve their loss.
The family tells me their mother caught malaria while visiting West Africa and died. Now they're trying to bring their mother's body back home here to Kansas City to say goodbye.
This is going to be a hard journey for us.
Crystal Clayton and her 4 siblings, including a 7-year-old, face grief after mom Latrice Clayton died on her dream vacation to the Ivory Coast in West Africa. Daughter Dayana Mashak says it will cost more than $15,000 to bring her mom's body home, $3,000 for medical bills, more than $12,000 to prep the body and ship it to KC.
It's like we can't even grieve because she's not here.
The 46-year-old was visiting a friend in Abidjan. 2 days in, she felt nauseous and went to the clinic. Clayton caught malaria.
She got all mandatory and required vaccinations.
Crystal says she was also taking the pill that's supposed to prevent malaria. She says malaria stayed in Clayton's system for a few days. Doctors suggested she seek further treatment in the U.S. Her daughters bought Clayton a plane ticket to come home, but her blood pressure was too high to travel. The U.S. Embassy told them an air ambulance would cost about $200,000.
So now I'm like really hurt because it's like it really seems like they don't care at all. And I feel like if they would have moved a little bit more faster, maybe she could have been able to still be here.
Then Clayton suffered a stroke. Crystal said she stopped breathing. Doctors rushed her into surgery. She came out in a coma and died 2 days later.
It hurts. I'm still young. I'm 26 years old. I never thought I'd walk the day at this age without my mother.
The love she had for all of us.
Mashak says Clayton taught them to stick together, that family is everything, even if their rock is gone.
It's tough. Our mom was like our best friend, all of us.
If you would like to help this family, we posted a link to a GoFundMe page in this story on fox4kc.com. Reagan Porter, Fox 4, working for you.